I'm Christian Kish, principal of Burton Center for Arts and Technology. On behalf of all the staff here, I'd like to welcome you to our online orientation.
Hello everyone, I'm Melanie Fisher. I'm the assistant principal here at Burton Center, and I would like to welcome everyone who is new to Burton Center this year, and welcome back for everybody else. If you have any questions, parents, feel free to give me a call. If you have any questions about scheduling or classes or anything else having to do with Burton Center, just please let us know. We're happy to help, and students, I can't wait to see you. We've missed you very much this summer.
Hi, I'm Gibby. I am the school counselor here at Burton Center for Arts and Technology. I'm super excited that you guys are going to be with us this year. For those of you who are new to campus, the best way to get a hold of me is you'll see QR codes around campus, and you can send me a message. It comes right to my phone, and I'll come find you and see what we need to talk about. Or this year also, there's going to be a link on our website under school counseling that you can just click and fill out a quick form to see me. So have a great year, and we're glad you're here.
Hi, I'm Ms. Spradling. I'm the front office lady. I also take care of the attendance. So just remember, whatever you do, late, tardy, or you know you're going to be absent ahead of time, I need a note in writing, please.
Burton Center for Arts and Technology is a specialty school that educates over 900 talented students in their areas of interest. Also referred to as Burton or BCAT or Burton Center, our slogan here is One Burton, Infinite Possibilities. As a specialty school for Roanoke County Public Schools, we aim to foster the skills that make students ready for the next step, whatever that may be. You can see with this presentation the variety of programs we offer. Each program has its own unique logo, and each of them feature the Burton B. Our students are all here exploring areas of high interest as they consider a variety of opportunities that are coming once they leave high school. Because these students are able to interact with students from all Roanoke County high schools while being instructed by field experts, we take pride in the fact that we are diverse in our talents and abilities, our students' cultures and backgrounds, and we combine that with our campus setting, which makes us a unique place to learn. These programs you see are all housed over 36 different classrooms with 41 educators from all over the country, each with their own roles, stories, talents, passions, and backgrounds. There are 83 different courses offered here at a variety of levels, with all these students from all over with their own stories, talents, passions, and backgrounds. That combination of variables happening on our campus is why we say One Burton, Infinite Possibilities. I can't spend enough time talking about this place, so I want to take a bit more time to talk about why this place is special. Our students are what drive us. That is abundantly clear when our faculty meets to grow as teachers. Our staff are excellent at building relationships with their students and pushing them beyond what they think they are capable of. Because our students are coming in from the other 5 high schools in Roanoke County, many times close bonds are formed between students that would have never happened had they not met here at BCAT. For those that are new to Burton, we hope you get to experience the family feeling that so many of our current and former students have talked about. Our staff aims to prepare students for life beyond high school by challenging them to improve every day, to learn from failure and to progress in your knowledge and skill so that when you do move on after graduation, you are prepared for whatever opportunities come your way. Many of our graduates immediately enter the workforce and earn excellent wages because of the certifications and qualifications they have attained here at Burton. Many of our graduates also go on to 2- or 4-year colleges. Over the past 2 years, the staff here has worked very hard to create mission, vision, value, and goal statements that encompass what we do here. You can see our mission statement here at Burton is to educate students to become responsible, skilled 21st century citizens by using authentic learning experiences and innovative instruction in a multidisciplinary environment. Your students coming to Burton will learn in a variety of ways, being taught by teachers who are not necessarily trained as teachers, but as instructors in their specialty area. Our vision statement is what we strive to be. At Burton, we strive to be a model for educational excellence that prepares diverse, life and opportunity-ready individuals for success in their future endeavors. We want to create pathways for them to be successful in whatever they do. What we value and believe is, number one, the students are the focal point of all of our efforts. I can attest that in staff meetings, this is what we are all about. Students are our number one priority, and everything that we discuss is designed to help our students learn and learn in a safe environment. We also aim to provide all students the opportunity to realize their potential and grow their skills, because we believe this helps them create their own pathway to success. We also value and believe that equipping students to think critically and creatively will enable them to solve problems and overcome challenges. We also believe that collaboration and communication among you as parents, them as students, our staff, and the community are essential components to developing good citizens. We also believe that embracing the diversity of our students, as well as the diversity of our classes and disciplines, while maintaining a physically, mentally, and emotionally safe environment, allows our students to take risks, function as a part of a team, and improve as individuals. We also have goals that we seek to attain on a daily, weekly, monthly, and even a yearly basis. We want all students to be offered a rigorous curriculum that fosters their critical thinking, provides deeper learning and real-world experiences that yield high achievement outcomes to better prepare them for life after graduation. Those high achievement outcomes could be anything from qualifications, certifications, SOL, or AP test scores. It is also a goal of ours that our staff work together to recruit and retain students in their programs that align with their personal interests, skills, and goals. When we get students, we want to keep them. We also have a goal to get stakeholder input on the school and program environments, and we want that data to be solicited regularly from our students, parents, and advisory committees, and we use that data to analyze and apply it on an ongoing basis to improve. And although this might not happen this year under COVID-19, under normal circumstances, all programs collaborate either internally with each other or externally with an organization, a minimum of 2 times per school year. I want to take some time to talk a little bit about Burton and safety during this COVID-19 crisis. From program to program, the regulations and safety guidelines will look a little bit different. But the clear expectation campus-wide will be that when students leave the classroom setting, they will be expected to mask up. We are also asking that only 1 student be in the restroom at a time, which will require students to knock prior to entering. Depending on the program, we're going to need students to help out being a part of the cleaning and sanitization process. If they are in a work area, if they've touched tools, specialized equipment, etc., they are going to have to be a part of wiping those things down to ensure safety for all. And the other difference this year is that there will be no bell to release students. We will have a staggered release, which means an administrator or a teacher will dismiss class by class. During the first 2 days of school only, it's very important to pay attention to this information. Students will not report to Burton for only the first 2 school days. They will have to report to their base school first for a 1-hour homeroom time where they are sometimes issued laptops and sometimes made to go over some other administrative things for the first day attendance. So students on those days will report to their base school and will be released to Burton at 9:30 in the morning. So Monday, Group 1 A Day, you will report to your base school and then be transported to Burton. Tuesday, Group 2, your A Day, you will do the same thing as the Monday group did. Now, for families of students that are taking all their other classes online but attending Burton, you can drop off your child as early as 7 a.m. and we will gladly house your students here, but class will not begin until 10 a.m. on those first 2 days. I also want to make sure that we understand the hybrid schedule because it is new and different. So basically, any student that attends Burton will be here 1 day a week unless they are in one particular program, but we will talk to those kids about that individually. So if you're an A-Day student and you're in Group 1, you will be here on Monday. Group 2, you'll be online participating in some synchronous and some asynchronous instruction. On Tuesdays, Group 2, you'll be here in person, and Group 1 You'll be participating in online instruction, sometimes synchronously, sometimes asynchronously. But for both groups, while you're not here on that A day, there will be an opportunity for you to check in with your instructor on those days where you were not here in person. Wednesdays, everybody's home participating in online instruction, and the teachers will be holding office hours if students want to check in or get some assistance. And then, of course, on Thursday, Thursdays and Fridays are our B days, where Group 1 is here in person and Group 2 is participating in online instruction. And then Fridays, Group 2 is here on B days for in-person instruction, and Group 1 will be at home participating in online instruction. So the bell schedules that you see here on this screen have 4 different types. Our hope here is that we do not operate under this hybrid schedule all year, and hopefully there is a return to normal. So if there is a return to normal full-time in-person education, we will operate on the regular schedule. And then given that situation, if we have weather issues or we have to, where we have to delay a little bit, here's your delay schedule. Or if there's a situation where we have to get out early, here is the schedule for that as well. So we wanted to make sure we covered all of our bases with those schedules, as well as doing the same with our bus departures. If you are taking the shuttle bus from your base school, we certainly do provide that opportunity. If you go to Glenver or William Byrd High Schools, those buses leave at 6:55. Cave Spring, Hidden Valley, and Northside, those shuttle buses depart from your base schools to Burton at 7 a.m. The buses will leave here at approximately 10:30. We're going to have to give or take on that a little bit just because of the staggered release that we're going to have to do. And then we also provided the schedules for bus departures if we do have a return to normal this year, which hopefully we do. I want to take a little time to talk about the process of what it will look like when you drop off students. On this slide, you can see that this is an aerial view of the Burton Center for Arts and Technology. And here at BCAT, we have 2 entrances to campus. We have the main entrance, or also the lower entrance, which is right here that I've circled. It's right in front of Building A. If you're coming from 419, that will be the first entrance that you come across. And if you're coming from the VA hospital, that'll be the second one. So the lower entrance, we call it the lower entrance because it literally sits in terms of elevation slightly below our other entrance, which we call the upper entrance. So parents, when you are dropping off your child in the morning or in the afternoon, we will need you to use the main or lower entrance to do so. So you'll notice on this slide, this is zoomed in on the main entrance. So parents, I want to explain to you the route that you all will take coming in. So as you are entering in on the main or lower entrance, you will simply turn right and follow that path all the way around to what we call the larger loop. That is right outside the gated fence where we have staff parking. So you will simply turn left. As you are doing that, we ask you to be very, very careful. Traffic can get busy here as parents stop and drop off their kids. So just make sure your eyes are up and you are distraction free. Students also, when you get out of the car, make sure you are paying attention to what is going on around you. Parents, we ask that as you come around this circle that you pull up as far along as possible. You'll notice on this slide, I've got a rectangle here. So if you do that, if you pull as far up along this loop as possible, that will enable other cars that are behind you to stop and drop off their students. So it just allows for more volume and more efficiency if you pull up as far as you can, and then once somebody stops, everybody else stops behind. All right, so when you are dropping off your child, we ask that you do so quickly. Give your hugs, your kisses, your elbow touches, whatever you're going to do. Say goodbye and get out of the car quickly. Put your mask on, students, when you are getting out of the car. We will also do a quick temperature screening once you get out of the car before we admit you into campus. And then parents, once that drop-off is done, you will simply follow the path out that you came in. If you are late and it is past 7:30, or if it is past 12 o'clock for the afternoon classes, parents, you can simply drop your late arrival off at the main entrance. We will temperature screen them there and let them into campus. These next couple of slides pertain to student drivers and students that are riding with student drivers. Once again, you can see the overall view of campus. Students, we have 2 places that you are welcome to park. We have the upper parking lot, which is right down from the upper entrance, and then we have the lower parking lots, which are split into 2. One runs along Mason Creek, and the other is near the Center for Engineering at the back gated entrance. So you can park in either one of those lots. We do not care. We do not assign parking spots. They are first come, first serve. Now, if you are parking in the lower parking lot, here's what the process will look like this year. We always recommend that you back into your parking spots. It just enables you to get out a little bit more quickly, and it helps avoid accidents. But if you do park in one of these two lower parking lots right here, you will be expected to walk inside the staff parking gate, which will be open, where you will be temperature screened right here at the exit to building C, or at the entrance between building A and building C, so you can get temperature screened. So yes, you may have a few more steps than you're used to, but that's where you have to go in order to get your temperature screened. And so after that is done, we will let you into campus. Again, if you're late, you will park in those lower parking lots if you want to, but you will have to walk all the way to the main office so we can temperature screen you. Now, students, if you are parking in the upper parking lot, what we are going to do this year is we are going to require that you back into your parking spot, and we are also going to require that you only park on the right side. We need to leave this side open, and the reason is for parents that are going to be picking up their students afterwards. We have a process that we need to follow there. So you'll get your temperature screening right there on that entrance between building A and B. Once you get out, once again, we are encouraging you to park. You have 3 minutes after you park to get your stuff together, get out of the car, and start walking to campus. And if you are late, we need you to park and come through the main entrance as well. So the reason that we want you all to back in, as I explained, is so you can exit more quickly. I know some of you A-Day students might be freaking out right now thinking there is no way we're going to park everybody on that one side on A-Day mornings. Actually, if you think about this hybrid schedule that we're under right now, there will only be half of you, and therefore there will be plenty of room to extend on down this line. All right, for students and parents that will not be using shuttle bus transportation or being transported by another student in a vehicle, here is the pickup process that we need you to follow for when you are picking up your child. We want you to use the upper entrance, which is, if you're coming from 419, that will be your second entrance on the right, and if you're coming from the VA hospital, that'll be your first entrance on the left. So that is our upper entrance to our upper parking lot. And parents, as you are pulling in, just know that students being picked up by their parent or guardian or designee will be the last group that we dismiss from class. The process will be students riding the shuttle bus back to their base school. They will be dismissed first. They will be staggered out by the teachers in their classroom to make sure we are maximizing social distancing. Students driving back to their base school or driving home, and students riding with student drivers will be dismissed second. And then the final group that we're going to be dismissing is the students that are being picked up by, as I said, their parents, guardian, or designee. This will help with the flow of traffic. Parents, as you are pulling into that upper parking lot, we're just going to have you drive all the way down that upper parking lot, all the way to the back, and then U-turn. We ask that if there are student drivers that are still clearing out, you stop and you wait for them to clear out. So whoever's first in line will be the one that kind of serves as that line leader. Once student drivers are cleared out, and we will make sure that they clear out quickly, you can begin pulling as far up as possible, just like you may have done in the morning in that lower bus loop. Students will be out along that sidewalk waiting to be picked up by you. We will wait until that final U-turn is completed. And then once you have your child, you are free to exit the campus and turn left or right to get on home. But this is the process that we need you to follow very carefully so we can make sure that all of our students exit campus safely.
If you happen to be absent or tardies, we do have to document that. Parents, we ask that you provide a note indicating the reason for the absence or tardy. Also make sure that if you are writing that note, please put the full name of your child, not nicknames. We also need the date and the tardy absence and the reason. You can also email our school secretary, Ms. Spradling, whom you will meet at the email address listed here. And then if you have an all-day absence, we will make sure that we communicate that with the base school with that note. If you need to check out or check in, that is all done through the main office. As I said earlier, all late students have to check in through the main office. But if your child is going to be picked up by you, we ask that you call when you are close to arriving so we can have your child waiting for you in the office. With COVID-19 restrictions, you will not be able to enter the building. You'll have to come to the vestibule right there in the main visitor entrance, and then we will just have your child exit and leave with you when you get here. With transportation and 2-hour delay, if we are on a delay and your bus normally leaves your base school at 7 a.m., you add 2 hours to that, and you would need to be at your base school by 9 a.m., and then Burton would start 2 hours later than normal at 9:30 a.m. We've had a couple situations in times past where we've had to close early due to flooding or weather that we were not expecting. So if we have an emergency early dismissal, and you want to pick up your child, we would need you to be here by the time the buses leave. So if you are not here to get them, we will put them on the shuttle bus, and then you will have to pick them up from their base school. The students here in their various programs have opportunities to join what we call CTSOs, which stands for Career and Technical Student Organizations. Your classroom teachers will provide more information in class when they are meeting in person, but these are organizations such as Skills USA, FBLA, FCCLA, Hot Rodders of Tomorrow. We encourage all of our students to participate in CTSOs. We compete with other students in schools here locally, across the region, across the Commonwealth, and even nationally. And Burton students have often performed well at each level, and we have had multiple students win state and national titles. Burton dues can be paid online, and we encourage online payment through myschoolbucks.com. Burton activity dues are $5 per super block. Those help us pay for things like gear for students, treats for students, Burton Mania if we are able to have that, and we will certainly be creative if we are not able to have that, as well as providing some support for students that may have some needs that we can assist with. For this year, rider driver passes are free of charge. Those fees have been waived, but we still need all students to complete the application either online through My School Bucks or complete the paper application here in the office. We will require those to be due the week of September 14th through 18th, so 4 weeks is plenty of time for students to get that taken care of. All student expectations can be viewed on the BCAT website. That guide is available. You can download that. If you'd like a paper copy, feel free to ask and we will provide one for you. We will also include the Roanoke County Overall Student Code of Conduct. Certain courses and certain programs at Burton have unique dress codes. Recently, Roanoke County has earned national attention for our dress code. But here at Burton, I need your help in explaining a few things to your child, and we will certainly do the same thing on our end. Our teachers will, and I do when we do our student orientation once students are on campus. The rule generally says that headgear, including hats, hoodies, caps, are not allowed unless permitted for religious, medical, or any other reason by school administration. But the point below it says that specialized courses may require specialized attire such as sports uniforms or safety gear. In many of our programs, we do permit some students to wear hats, glasses, even cut off shirts if they're in certain programs because the weather outside and they're working outside, or they need a hat to keep sweat out of their eyes or to keep the sun out of their eyes. But basically, if they're working in certain courses, they may be out of Roanoke County dress code as it is a safety issue. But what we do explain to our students is the expectation is just because you're allowed to wear a certain thing at Burton does not give you permission to wear that same thing at your base school. So if you're allowed to wear a hat in your masonry class or your building trades or welding class or any other class that would allow for a hat to be worn, when you go back to your base school, that hat comes off if that is the expectation at your base school. You are not allowed to use Burton exceptions to be applied to your base schools. So take the time to check out the dress code in the student handbook, but if all else fails, we here at the school level, we reserve the right to determine what constitutes appropriate dress. If students don't adhere to these guidelines, they will not be allowed to attend class, and we'll call you if we need to fix what they're wearing. In my 4 years here at Burton, we have never had an issue with a student refusing a dress code, but we are willing to have those conversations if they're out of bounds. All right, just a few reminders as we finish this up. Please go into InfoSnap and make sure you are filling out your form. If your child attends Burton, please be sure to click yes when prompted that your child does attend class. And then we also ask, if you have the opportunity, please consider donating to BCAT through My School Bucks. Thank you for taking the time to watch this online orientation. We certainly hope you have a wonderful school year. Feel free to call me at the school if you have any questions or concerns. And as I always like to say at the end of every morning announcement, every day has infinite possibilities. So make it a great one or not. The choice is yours. We'll see you soon.